working, doing the same exact thing I was doing before the shutdown. Our shutdown's still actually on, but we have some essential jobs that are still rolling. That's what we're working on right now. It looks like it's going to get busier as it gets further along through spring here, which is good because unemployment just doesn't cut it around here. And I would way rather work than draw unemployment. I think most people feel that way. But I wanted to talk about something kind of funny. You guys, go ahead and feel free to make fun of me for it. But so I woke up this morning and the backs of my arms, like right here on both my arms, and the backs of my legs are super sore, like stupid sore. And I'm gonna guess that these are my special truck driving muscles that I don't use really for anything but truck driving. People would like to say to me, you have such an easy job, you don't have to do anything, you just sit in the truck all day. And I always look at them like, really? Okay, yeah, I am sitting, but it doesn't mean that I'm not trying to control 105,000 pounds, 75 feet long in traffic. Not that there's any traffic right now, because there really isn't. It's raining, but other than that, the roads are pretty empty because everyone's at home. I stayed pretty active while we were out of work. I worked in the yard a lot, and I did a lot of cleaning and organizing, and I did a lot of walks where I had to get out of the house. But there's just really specific muscles that it takes for me, for a woman of my size, to drive truck. And they have to be pretty strong because when you're backing up or when you're turning corners, you're spinning the wheel pretty quickly, and it takes precise movements to get the truck to do exactly what you want it to do. But I guess that leads me into, I guess kind of going back to what I was saying before, but the people, I've been told by the ground guys and by some of the operators and some other people out, that do a little more physical labor job, which most of the operators don't do a lot of laboring. They mostly just operate the equipment. But, they're like, oh, your job's so easy, you just drive around all day. When I tell them, that I'm not driving a car around all day. It's not like I get into my little sedan and click that thing into drive and take off and just palm steer with one hand, everywhere I go, and just lounge back, just relax. 35 miles an hour. And I was paying really close attention to the vehicles around me because I do know that people have a tendency to merge without looking. And I know you guys have all experienced that. But I looked in my mirror and I was watching this little Camry, brand new little white Camry, driving basically right next to me as the lane is ending. And because there's so much traffic, there's nowhere for me to go to the right to get out of the way. And the reason why I was in the left lane is because I had gotten on the freeway at the last entrance and I was just in the left lane. It was within the city limits, so it's legal. But most of the freeways around here, you're legal in the left lane as long as it's not a carpool lane. But, so I'm watching this woman and I can clearly see her phone in my mirror. Like, I can see through her windshield and she's got her phone. She's holding it up. It's resting on the steering wheel and she's on her phone. And I don't know what she's doing, but I can clearly see the little Apple logo on it. And I was like, oh crap. And I took my foot off the accelerator and her signal comes on and I was like, oh crap. I was like hoping for the best that she would slow down, realizing that I had a trailer on, and just get in behind me. Because she wasn't trying to pass me at this point. She was right at the bumper of my truck. But she didn't slow down. She stayed going the same speed that she was doing with her right hand turn signal on. And she changed lanes, and I was going faster than her. I'd already started to slow down. And the wall, it's a tunnel, the wall's right there, so she doesn't really have anywhere to go. And I really remember vividly replaying every story that people had told me about pulling trailers up and over cars that had pulled between the truck and trailer. And I started thinking, oh my God, she's got to have a child in the back seat and I'm going to kill a kid. I'm going to kill a fucking kid. And I stood on my brakes and I was like standing up in the truck as she pulled in and the front of my trailer just nailed the back end of her car. She whipped back and but at that point there was nowhere for her to go. And I came to a complete stop. And, the traffic's still whizzing by us at that point. But she's wedged between my truck and the wall. And so I pull my brakes and I get out and I ask her if she's okay. And she says she is. And I said, okay, I'm gonna turn my signal on and we're gonna go across traffic. There's a median over here. And we're gonna get into the median. We're gonna get out of the road. And she was like really stunned. She's like, okay. And so I turned my signal on and I blocked 2 lanes, because I'm tonnage rights. And she was able to get around me and pull over onto the median right there. And if you've ever been through those tunnels, you'd know that where that median is, the road actually, the 4 lanes split into 2, and it's 2 lanes going through the tunnels, because it used to be just the one tunnel with 2 lanes in each direction, and then they built a second tunnel for 4 lanes to go west because we were going east. And so it's just situations like that. And luckily everyone was okay and there was no kids in the car, and there was no damage to my truck, but her car was pretty mangled. And I ended up losing my personal car insurance from that, because it was my 3rd not at fault accident that year, and my car insurance dropped me. But I mean, life of a truck driver in Washington State when stupid people are driving around. filling my space and continuously thinking about everything that was going on around me and not just getting tunnel vision and just driving forward and not looking in my mirrors. You know, I could have grabbed the back end of her car and either spun her car around or put her into the wall and killed her. I mean, I was going about 40 miles an hour and I was fully loaded. And I tell people all the time when they get in accidents and they're like, oh, I wish I could have done more to prevent it, especially when it's not their fault. And as to truck drivers, you know, and I remind them that they save lives every day. And I want everyone to think about, you know, I don't care if you're a truck driver or not, you think about the statistics of truck accidents right now versus when everyone was out on the road. I understand that accidents are more prevalent when everyone's on the road, of course, but we're out here driving around and we're not running into things the way that we do when there's a bunch of other cars on the road. Excuse me. But we, as a truck driver, especially one that's on high alert all the time, paying attention to everything that you're doing and every vehicle around you and all of the foot traffic, especially when you have to drive in downtown Seattle or in downtown anywhere, which we do. You guys have seen videos of me right in the heart of downtown. You guys save lives every day by being on guard, and that is mentally and physically exhausting. It can be really hard to do this job, especially, I think honestly, the hardest part is that a lot of people just assume that you're just a dumb truck driver and that all truck drivers are idiots, which is just not true, because some of the best people, I know some really smart truck drivers, some of the most honest, hardworking, genuine, smart people are truck drivers. They're just out here trying to make an honest living, and that's what we're doing. But so today I'm being a big baby, and my arms hurt and my legs hurt, and I've been thinking about trying to find out if my massage therapist is still open, because I don't know if she is or not, because I'm a big baby. I'm lucky that we have really good health insurance that covers massage, because like I said, I'm a big baby. But thanks for stopping by, guys, and make sure you're staying safe out there and you're paying attention. And I do know that it is easier to drive truck right now than it's ever been in my life when it comes to traffic and safety, because the roads are empty. It actually, the roads are so empty right now, it's the way it is around here when you do night work in the summer, which as long as it doesn't go all summer, as long as it's only a few weeks at a time, I absolutely love a week or two of night work. It actually is really enjoyable. It's different. It's a change of pace, and especially in the summer around here. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but in the summer around here, traffic is terrible. I don't know why there's twice as many people on the road, but there just is. So it's nice